Hey guys, it's Jen. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, Once again, going through the news. 'Cause you gotta know what bullshit they're fucking spewing today. Um, Anyhow, it turns out the FBI, yes, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, is gearing up as nearly 17 million poised to get Obamacare tax credits. Start nailing people with fraud. People who lie about having insurance or whatever the case may be. People face anywhere from a $25,000 to a $250,000 fine for lying to get a healthcare tax credit. So, there's fucking fraud and everything. There's dishonest people out there. But anyhow, what kind of is interesting about this, and you know me, one thing always leads to another, to another, and to another, and I go on and on and on. Is the excuse me, Congress has been trying 3 times, has tried to get a bill passed because it turns out illegal immigrants, nearly 50% of the $4.2 billion that the IRS pays out for child tax credits are to illegal immigrants or to people who have children, yes, but they don't take care of their children. Their children usually reside somewhere in Central to South America. And so these illegal immigrants, they're filing tax returns. The IRS is taking them knowing that they're illegal, but hey, on one hand, I was sitting there thinking, well, at least they're paying their taxes. But oh, contraire, that's not the case. See, they're filing these returns and they're getting these bogus $1,000 child tax credits for their children. So they're getting paid money by the federal government for being illegals, basically, and breeding. A great majority of them, and of course I'll leave links below, but the great majority of them don't even have custody of their kids in this country. So these people are getting freebie money for their kids that are in San Salvador or in Tijuana or, I don't know, pick a place. So they don't even have actual physical custody of their children. Their children are not residing in this country, yet they're being paid because they bred and they're here illegally. Doesn't that make you feel warm and fucking fuzzy inside? Think about that next time come April when you got to pay your tax returns. You got to write that check out. So I just think it's funny how they're gearing up for this Obamacare fraud, but yet they can't manage to take care of the blatant fraud that's happening. And Congress has tried 3 times. They have passed this and tried to get it through the Senate, but Harry Reid said, oh, no. We're not going to do that. Even though it would save billions of dollars to taxpayers every year, Harry Reid said no. I will leave links below. So speaking of our asinine country and the assholes that run it and the stupid shit that happens, let me share this little gem with you, since I have you here. Hopefully this will, it's just good to know. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. All right, I can get rid of that one. That's the Harry Reid one. So here we have an Army veteran. She is a mother and served her country well. On her personal Facebook page, in between pictures of her children, Halloween costumes, recipes for pork tenderloin, no joke, she took a picture. She was happy. She got her CWP, her concealed weapons permit. So she posted on her personal Facebook page, share with her friends and family. Well, it turns out the principal of her daughter's school saw it. Instead of contacting the mother, which there's so much wrong with this story, like beyond wrong with this story, instead of contacting the mother who posted the picture, bad enough she was like looking at her page, but Neither here nor there. Let's set that aside for a second. She contacted the police department and stated that she no longer wanted that mother on campus. She was no longer allowed to drop her daughter off at school, nor pick her daughter up, because the principal feared for her safety. So, sorry, my phone was beeping here. So, the mom goes to pick up her daughter, and I'm sorry, my thing is, I don't know why it does every time I sit here. It tilts like that. I'm sorry. And yeah, so she goes to pick up her daughter. A police officer is there and says, if you take a step further, you're going to be arrested and charged with trespassing. She said, what do you mean? I'm picking up my daughter, right? The principal fears you and is scared of you. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, were you in the army? She's like, well, yeah, served my country proudly. Yes, I was. I'm a veteran. Do you have a CWP? Well, yeah, I do. What does this have to do with anything? The principal is scared of you, ma'am, and you are no longer allowed on this campus. The mother obviously has her daughter transferred out of that school, but the fact that that even happened is mind-boggling. Number one, that they're not only monitoring like the kids, websites and stuff like that outside of school, but apparently they're doing it to the parents. I couldn't believe that happened. And instead of going, listen, even if she was concerned, you would think she would ask or something like that. But instead, she had the police show up, escort her off, and said if she returned to the school campus again, she was going to be charged with trespassing. Isn't that crazy? Because of a single picture between pictures of her kids and, like I said, a pork tenderloin recipe. She posted a picture for her friends and family. So, another asinine thing in our country today. Another good article is, I don't know if you remember Jill Kelly. She was the supposed alleged second mistress to Petraeus, who actually blew all that stuff out of the water. Well, it was never determined that she was his mistress, and I guess she was being stalked by his actual mistress and was getting threatening emails because she was, jealous of her, apparently. I saw all this happening because it happened, in my neck of the woods down here. So we had a front row seat, and every single day that was in our face. But she did a good op-ed piece for the Wall Street Journal, talking about the NSA and how they have weaseled their way and are basically violating our privacy. It's another good article. I'll also leave the link to that. But what else do we have going on here? Oh, yeah, here's a good one for you guys. The Obamacare website apparently leaked one patient's personal information to another. See, now what happened was one man goes on there, he applies for insurance. Like most people are right now, because if not, you get fines. And, God knows what else will happen to you if you can't pay those fines. So, gentleman A goes in and applies for insurance. He thinks all well is fine. Gentleman B had started his insurance application, but logged out, goes back in. When he goes back in, he sees the other man's information. All of his personal information. So security number, phone number, address, everything that you have to put in this damn application, probably your blood type. And that was provided to somebody else. Now, of course, they're trying to sweep that under the rug like it's no big deal, but we all know it is. This shit just really pisses me off. It pisses me off that it's even a topic of the discussion. It pisses me off that I'm pissed off about it enough to do a video about it. Thank you guys for watching and putting up with me. If you don't like it, you can change the channel, but I am who I am. But if I find something interesting and it affects us as Americans, as human beings, I'm going to share it with you. So that's that on that. But, it's fucking sucks. It sucks the pansy-ass world we live in. It sucks the dictatorship that's ruling, steering the sinking ship. We're a shell of what we used to be. Since when A woman, I mean, a mother, can't pick or drop her kids off because of. I mean, that principal is a real asshole. That woman, out of her freaking mind. It's just wrong. These things are wrong. They shouldn't be happening, but they are. And this stuff, even if it doesn't affect you right now, and it's not like your problem right now, one day it might be. One day you might be in those shoes. So you need to care, and you need to care now. Because it's going to get to the point of no return, and you're going to be sitting there going, shit. Shit, I should have done something then. Maybe if I would have spoken up, maybe I would have been the straw that broke the camel's back to my congressman or my senator or somebody, enough to make a big enough stink about it. We all need to work together and pull together on this. It's wrong. Oh, it's fucking wrong, and I'm sick of saying that all the time. I promise I'll do a positive video here soon, because I'm getting sick of hearing myself complain. But what kind of world is this? Another article I saw, it was another good op-ed piece. The guy had referenced a Breitbart report of 47 things that Obama had done to hurt Americans during the shutdown. Now, I won't bore you with the list, but it listed, a lot of the stuff we have been talking about, like during that brief shutdown, which was just another fiasco, distraction for God knows what. But and the problem is there's a majority of people who just will never see it. They won't see it, they won't get it, and they just don't care. I saw a bumper sticker on the way to take my kids to school this morning. It was, I can't wait for you, Hillary. You have my vote in 2016. So you want more of this? More unemployment? More this is not a future. This is not a future. This is not an existence. We used to be a plentiful country, one of hard work and determination. If you worked hard and you had ethics, just that willpower, you could succeed. They won't even let you do that anymore. They're saying, well, we got, the jobs report. Yeah, well, did you say most of them are in fast food joints? Does it know that most of them are not even for full-time jobs? Fucked up. It's all fucked up. Trying to think if I saw anything else. Oh, and then this is just a sad story. I mean, it is synopsis of where we are in this country. But this family who's owned their farm, their fruit and veggie farm, for like over 380 years. I kid you not. Their like ancestors were like one of the first people to, come over here. And there's only like 10,000 people, right? In the country as a whole, like, immigrant wise. And they've owned this farm for over 380 years. And generation after generation, all by the same family. But now, because of these GOM farms that are mass producing and undercutting them so much, they're selling that property. What has been in their family, I mean, for almost 4 centuries. That's mind-boggling. What a legacy. That farm literally produced so much. Plentiful, not just for that family taking care of them, but feeding other families. For almost 4 centuries, and they had to sell it because the economy was just shit. They were hoping to, because I guess it's a good chunk of land, they were hoping to get $3.3 million for it. They walked away with $1 million, split up amongst all of them. But it was just, it was a heartbreaking story. Like I said, where's the American dream at? Seems more like a nightmare. Anyhow, I'll leave links below to all this depressing information that you need to know. You need to read about it. You need to just see what the hell's going on. I hope everybody's doing good, and I'm sorry for rambling on so long, but it just pisses me off. What's new? Anyhow, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and for right now, I have my health and I have my family, so I'm going to enjoy what I have while I have it. And I hope you guys all do the same. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.